What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another rebuild. Today we're in Madden 2004, Mike Vick on the cover, and we're going to be using the Cincinnati Bengals. We still have Corey Dillon. Carson Palmer is a rookie. Our defense of secondary is pretty bad. Our linebacker core is decent, and our D-line is decent as well. And again, we got Carson Palmer, who's a rookie. His main target will be Chad Ochocinco. Now, TJ, who's your mama? He is like a 66 overall or something like that in this game, so I really can't use him. And at one point, I do let him go just because our cap situation was not the best. But then I did bring him back. I brought him back to the team, but I don't want to spoil the video for you guys. Now, anyways, man, in free agency, there really wasn't a lot to pick from. So I thought that we could use a fullback, so we go out and we get Larry Sanders. I thought that our offensive line could use an upgrade, so I get this guy right here. He's an 85 overall center, so why not bring him onto the team? And then I also picked up a right guard, again, just trying to boost the offensive line. I want Carson Palmer to be protected. Now, he is the highest overrated quarterback on the team, but in Madden 04, he was a backup. He was a backup. Now, in the secondary, we signed Deion Sanders, baby. 3-year deal. He's not going to stay around for that long, but I did a 3-year deal just so we can space out the money because he wants his money. And we also signed Light. So those are our two cornerbacks. Our best cornerback on the team before we made those signs was a 78 overall. So again, man, cornerbacks were kind of weak. Safety was kind of weak. And the receiving core outside Chad Johnson's pretty weak. I mean, this team had the first overall pick for a freaking reason, if you know what I mean, man. So we sent the first 5 games this season. We ended up going 1-4. Seemed like we couldn't buy a break. We did beat Buffalo, who are 3-5 at this point in the season. But now look how things turned around. We won not 4, but we won 5 straight games, baby. 5 straight. So we're doing pretty well, sitting at 5-5. If we can be 500 at the end of the season, I will take that. I will take that. Now, you guys know I'm trying to get us a Super Bowl. I'm not trying to just make the playoffs. I'm trying to get a Super Bowl. I'm trying to win the division and get another Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do big things with the Cincinnati Bengals. But unfortunately, 500 is what I expected. But we did not even get there. 7-9 is the best we can do this season. We finished 3rd behind the Ravens and the Steelers, which I guess is expected. At this point, the Steelers, they don't have Ben Roethlisberger yet and stuff like that. So I expect to, at some point, be better than the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though that might sound crazy at this point in Madden 2004. Now, the Super Bowl champions will be the Atlanta Falcons. 31-14 is the final in the Super Bowl. They beat the Raiders, and they get a Super Bowl. Congratulations to the Dirty Birds and Michael Vick, man. So you see that basically everybody I signed in the offseason, they have retired. Larry Sanders, he's done. Light, he's done. And primetime Deion Sanders, his Hall of Fame career has come to an end. So this time around in free agency, we're going to try to keep all of our big overall guys. I will keep some of the lower overall guys just to keep, our roster filled. And this time around, I am using our first round pick. For the first time, I kept our first round pick and not trade our first round pick. And I'm trying to use some rookies. I'm trying to make it, I guess you could say, a little bit more realistic or just building through the draft. So you can see me do some scouting before the draft, and I'm like, this guy right here is who we should go with. He had good everything, good interview, good tackle, good pass rush, so he is our first round pick. That is more, and hopefully he can get me more and more sacks, man. Right here in our second round, I made a mistake. In old school Maddens, if you didn't know, they will boo a pick if you picked wrong. And I picked that left, I believe it was a left tackle in the second round. They booed that. Now me, I value left tackles. I want to protect my quarterback. The quarterback is the franchise. The quarterback is the house. We need house insurance. So I got the left tackle, but EA Sports and the boys, they booed me. Boo! Every other one of my picks, though, they liked. But this draft was pretty bad. Outside of Moore, our first round pick, it was a bad draft. None of these guys will make an impact outside of Moore. So, as a GM, I'm failing right now, man. I'm failing. Now, you can say our first season was somewhat of a success because we were the worst team in the league. And that's how we got Carson Palmer, by being the worst team in the league. And going from worst to what? Third in one of the toughest divisions, the AFC North. is always tough, man, especially with the Steelers and the Ravens. So we're trying to break through that, man. So again, though, man, not the best year one. Could have been better, but it could have been worse, too. And then the draft was pretty suspect, I must say. Again, none of these guys will make a big-time impact, but you know what? It is what it is. So it's time to move on to the offseason, and I'm hoping to make a big splash. I'm hoping to make a big splash. The only person that signs with us is the fullback. Everybody else goes to Jacksonville. Dennis Northcutt, Jacksonville. Buckhalter, Jacksonville. Everybody's going to Jacksonville. Wayne Corbett's going to. I like me some Wayne Corbett. For all my Jets fans out there, Wayne Corbett was a bad boy, man. Better than Keyshawn if you ask me. I'm just saying. Wayne Corbett was a bad boy. I want him to come to the Bengals. He was like, no, not going to happen. So we basically signed a fullback and nobody else this offseason. We just filled roster spots, and it was a bad year, man. Bad year. So we send the first 5-6 games of the season. Our kicker is out for the season. The right side of our offensive line is out for half of the season. My right tackle, my right guard, they are all banged up. They hurting. They need some icy hot. So we are struggling right now, man. 2-3 after starting off the year 2-1. 2-4, we keep losing. 2-5, we keep losing. Now me, I take things very personal. So I'm like, this is my fault. I am not building this team the way that they should be built. But then again, you could have said, well, we're kind of banged up. Our kicker, for God's sakes, is freaking out for the season with a dislocated ankle. Like, how that happened? You know what I mean? But the freaking right tackle, right guard, that gotta hurt because I want to rely on Corey Dillon. We're not trading him. He's not going to the Patriots. So the Patriots' chances of winning another Super Bowl, they're going down because I ain't giving up Corey Dillon, right? But anyways, man, tough year. That year was so bad that we're going to have the fifth pick in this year's draft. So you can see that my man Corey Dillon, he was a little bit banged up. Carson Palmer, he was a little bit banged up. The injury bug hit this team something vicious. Even Chad is banged up. Everybody in their mama is banged up on this team. We can't have that, man. We can't have that. So wild card round of the playoffs, after we checked out their numbers, everybody had a pretty good year, man, but everybody seemed to be hurt too, man. Divisional round, we got the Chiefs versus the Colts, Vikings versus the Buccaneers, Bills at Ravens, Redskins at Rams. The Bills would advance to take on the Colts. It's the Rams and the Buccaneers, just like back in 1999-2000. And this time the Bucs, they get the victory. The Bills, they get the victory. And in the Super Bowl, the Bills finally get a Super Bowl trophy. It took 5 tries. 5 tries, but they did it. Darren Woodson, Junior Seau, Brad Johnson, they all retire. So again, in the offseason, I'm hoping to make a big splash. Through year 1 and year 2, we decided to keep our first round pick. This time around, I don't know if we can do it because I'm desperate to get my hands on the team. Y'all know how we do, man. We sim year 1. If we make the playoffs, I'll play it. If we don't, we sim year 2. If we don't make the playoffs, I can't play it. But if I make the playoffs, I promise you, Cincy fans, we can do some damage with this team. We got Chad. We got Carson. We still got Corey Dillon, and I'm making some beautiful picks. This time, everybody was clapping. Everybody was clapping for the picks. Dawkins, you're the best GM. That's what I heard. I don't know if anybody said it, but that's what I heard. Dawkins, you the man. Again, I don't know if anybody said it, but that's what I heard, man. That's what I heard. So I tried to have the best draft possible. The best draft possible. Now, we're going to sign these kids. And after we sign these kids, you will be able to see their overall. And I thought that the draft went pretty well. So right here, we're signing everybody. Check it out, man. After the 7th round, we're going to sign these guys. We're going to give them a 4-year deal. And it turns out he's 75 overall as a rookie. I'll take that. We're going to sign this guy as well, our 2nd round pick. He is a 75 overall rookie as well. Defensive tackle, my man Moss. 75 overall as a 3rd round pick. This is a pretty good freaking draft. It's a pretty good draft. Our 4th round pick is 70 overall. Perry, he is our running back and a right guard, he's 65 overall, but he was like our 5th round pick. So I'm not tripping. So this draft was pretty good. So this has to be the year. This is year 3. We didn't do anything year 1. We didn't do anything year 2. This is year 3. We got to get it done. So we're doing some training camp with the defense. We shut Corey Dillon down. Now I'm doing training camp with the running back, and I'm making Corey Dillon look like a superstar, baby. I'm making him look like he's back in his prime, baby. Out there making plays, getting into the end zone. We ain't done. This is the second year playing more. He was our first round pick after our first season, and he's making a good statement here in training camp. Oh, but we're not done. It is time to get rid of our first round pick, Musa Muhammad. Now, maybe in real life, we wouldn't give up a first-round pick for Musa Muhammad, but Chad needs a compadre, because TJ Who's Your Mama ain't getting it done at 66 overall. We also traded our second and third round picks for my man Beasley from the New York Jets. We start the new season off 3-1. We have got to get to the playoffs. I'm going to fire myself. I'm going to just resign and go cry somewhere in the corner. We're 6-2. After 8 games, we're 6-2, and we lost to the Packers and the Patriots, and those are both two very, very good teams. After the bye, we beat the Colts 13-10. We beat the Browns 27-20. We beat the Titans 30-25. This should be the year. Then we lose 2 in a row. We're not out of the woods yet, Cincy. We're not. We get 10 wins, our first winning season, but then we lose 2 straight to end the year. That is not how you want to go to the playoffs. But look at my man Carson. He's healthy. Threw 3,500 yards, 26 TDs. Looking good. Chad Johnson doing his thing. TJ Houshmandzadeh didn't even make the list, man. What is going on? He was struggling so bad throughout this whole thing, man. But now, we are in the playoffs. And like the late, great Al Davis would say, just win, baby. We got to win this for Cincinnati. Not for me. Not for this video, not for this channel, but we got to win this thing for Cincinnati. It's been 20 freaking some odd years since they won a playoff game, baby. So there goes Ricky Williams rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling, making our defense look straight pathetic. 3rd and 4, feel like he's going to try to make our defense look pathetic, but get off the field. They're going to try a long field goal, and that thing is going to be short, so we take over, baby. We're going to get the ball to Corey Dillon. Picks up a tough gain right there. Now he's going to get the carry again, but then he coughs it up, and that's going to be a huge turnover right there to kick off the ball game. So Feeler dropping back the pass on 3rd down, going to find the young receiver that's Linton. He makes the big time catch, and that's going to put him in field goal range. Ricky Williams trying to get them closer. Run, Ricky, run, but he's only going to run after a short gain, so they're going to be forced to kick another field goal. Kick is up. Kick is good. Cincinnati back on the ball. Palmer looking. Palmer throwing, going to find Chad Johnson. Now in 2006, since he really made the playoffs, this right here will be 2006. We won the division just like they won the division in 2006, but Carson Palmer gets hurt just like in 2006, and they lost that game. Will it be deja vu all over again? I don't know. John Kinder in the ball game throwing a strike to Musa Muhammad, baby. Move those chains. 3rd and 4, John Kinder throwing another strike to Musa Muhammad, and another first down for the Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10, throwing this one, but no, it's a fumble, and Miami recovers. So our drive would stop, and their drive would start. 2nd and 8, they give the ball to Ricky Williams, breaks a tackle, runs forward, gets brought down by Justin Smith, I believe. Gonna get brought down by Justin Smith again, and that's gonna set up 4th and 1. They kick the field goal, kick is up. And the kick is good. Cincinnati were down by 6. Our offense has done dilly poo. But here comes Carson Palmer back in the game. He gives the ball to Corey Dillon. Breaks that tackle. Gets loose down the sideline. Finally gets brought down by Jason Taylor. 3rd and 10 now. Carson, we need you to come up clutch, baby. That's why you were the first pick in the draft way back when. Let's go, baby. Now Carson, under pressure, has to rush this throw, and that's going to be picked by Knight. And that's going to be good night for the first half. 6-0 is the score going into halftime. We get the ball first. Carson Palmer looking over the middle, going to find the big tight end. Move those chains. My man Palmer going to find Moosin, who gets loose again. Down to the 10-yard line. It's 3rd and 5, and on 3rd down, we find Chad Johnson on the 1. That's going to be first down. First and goal. I got Corey Dillon. Gives us the lead. The PAT will be good. 7-6 in score. But there goes Ricky running. Williams takes it to the crib. And this dude showed no effort. We're in the playoffs, son. We're in the playoffs, son. If I did year 4, you would be cut because you were straight tripping. Anyways, man, we're going to find Corey Dillon in the flat. He's going to muscle his way upfield. Picks up a nice game. Check out the replay right there. Good composure by my man, Carson Palmer. Now we're dropping back the pass one more time. On third down, we got to have it, and we throw another pick. This time, Knight gets it again. Last time it went up top. This time it goes down low. They were set up for a field goal. So we played like crap, Cincy, but we have a chance. 3rd and 10. Going over the middle to my man, Musa Muhammad, making plays. 4th and 7. We got to have it, and we get sacked. And that's going to be all she wrote. The Cincinnati Bengals fail to win another playoff game. Y'all can blame me if y'all want. I'm going to blame Marvin Lewis, okay? He's the reason. Marvin Lewis, you're the reason, man. It don't matter if it's Carson Palmer. It don't matter if it's me. It don't matter if it's Andy Dalton. We just can't win a freaking playoff game here in Cincinnati. But anyways, man, the Packers will face the Broncos in the Super Bowl, and the Packers would be victorious. They win this one 14-7. Congratulations to the Packers. We're going to have to try another rebuild. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I enjoy bringing it to you. I hope the rest of the day is the best of your day, and I'm out. Peace. Hot sauce.